What's up guys, it's Talon here, and in today's VOD review we're going to be taking a look at how you can improve your W keying skills in the new season by analyzing NA West top pro Reet and how he dropped this insane 30 bomb in the solo cash cup. But before I get into this VOD review guys, if you do enjoy my content or find what I'm telling you helpful, please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. Also, if you wish to support me in another way, use code Talon.fn, the Fortnite item shop, #ad. But without further ado, let's just jump right in. Alright guys, as you can see on the screen we have Reet's POV. He's going to be landing Misty, and this is going to be an insane 30 bomb on 70 plus ping. So this is when he's playing East. He's been dominating cash cups this season, just like he normally does. I believe he already has one win on West and a couple top fives on East, and we're just going to take a look at some of the stuff that makes him so successful. Yes, beside his aim, beside his piece control, what allows him to be so successful even when he's at such a disadvantage such as high ping. First of all, I'm going to preface that a lot of the people early on just look like just absolute AIs. I don't know if he started late or whatever, but I mean, this person doesn't even shoot him back. We see a good piece control right here. The person just looks at him, and people just kind of run at him. Poor reload management, but good crosshair placement. Yes, besides Reet's piece control, his aim is also something that really benefits him.
Bro, like, it's not that serious, bro. You have 10 points, you're not making money.
Good right hand peek right here at an angle as well, and then as you can hear the fireflies come in, so he tries to get away because he's all in wood. You see someone third partying. Now this is really crazy. Good piece control, good peek, and then that guy comes out of literally nowhere. But people just running at him spraying. And yes, you can see the aim on display there, but just calm underneath the storm. Not even worried. Multiple people jumped in this box. No even reaction from him in regards. I just want to take a look at this first kill. This first kill was just really good movement on a good peek. It seems basic. Yes, window edits can really get you in trouble if you're not moving well. So notice how he moves through the opponents to the left. He's always reacting to what his opponents do. This guy just literally comes out of nowhere. It's a great shot right here. The opponent's lost, just spraying, and then another one comes in, gets another good crack damage, and then knows immediately he needs to switch to the AR. He jumps up, making him harder to hit. The opponent kind of stands up, and there you go, a quick 3 kills. Good, and then, like I said, with that first window edit, recognize the opponents to the left, so he ducks back to the left, letting time for his shotgun to go out, pull out, and then he slides back to the right to get a nice, easy right-hand peek. Reet's moving again. Top tier. Aim top tier, piece control top tier. Look at this aim right here. You're going to see him, and there's a reason why Exalted is accusing him of Cronus Zenning, because his aim is fantastic. Now, you're going to see this is probably where he gets the most in trouble. But even from a defensive perspective, Reet is successful in this situation. And it's because he does one thing. And it's literally he burns his mats. This is one of the biggest things that I see in solo doing VOD reviews. And myself personally is that inability to commit to using a ton of mats. But look at he's at 35 HP and he needs to get a big off. So he just literally starts creating double boxes, creating height switches, trying to hold, trying to get a big, maybe look for some counter damage to get a big off. But so what does he do? He creates a lot of space, create a lot of confusion, and then he's going to go back to the area where his old builds are, right? And so now he only has one build, and he's walled off at least 1 to 2 to 3 layers. He's going to get this big off. Now, the opponent actually does a pretty good read of recognizing where he is, but Reet's able to get it off. Now, this is where, you know, on high ping especially, this is scary right here. Fortunately, good recognition too that he had already edited this wall. This is one of the most difficult things to do on controller, is reset this particular wall when you, especially one, if you have to know that it's like this, but it's just a difficult reset on controller just the way it is. So pulling this off, nice right hand peek as well. And so now the opponent's overstretched. He kind of fakes out nice to the right here. So the opponent thinks he's going right. And he wins the trade. Why? Because the opponent has a dog lever. Yes, levers being just incomparable to the pump. As you see that opponent getting taken out at range, Reet's definitely going to win that. Just blue pump. You could probably make an argument with the meta the way it is that a gray pump is better than a blue lever. Good pre-fight damage right here. Very good aim right here as well. And he's just going to, instead of going for minis, he wants to keep the pressure up, so he's just going to take the fish and go. Now, you want to kind of get away from this. The opponent has a charge, so immediately pushes up. Nice little wall off here. Now that little, we're going to just go over that. This is one of Reet's signature moves. This is also something you need to incorporate. This engagement's really good. Especially for high ping if you're fortunate enough to get this. Now, Reet makes players look so bad. This guy didn't seem that bad. So first of all, obviously mechanics on display, but one move that Reet does that's been popularized kind of by Slight, said he's been doing it back since in Chapter 1, is this constant flailing up the cone of the crosshair placement. So you notice right here how he wants to get it right there, but he places a wall up anyways, and he tries to do it again. He blocks him off. The opponent actually gets the wall. Opponent misses. So does Reet. But right here, that little cone maneuver traps this opponent on that layer. And you see tons and tons of good players doing this. They're literally always placing cones on top of the walls that are in front of them. And this cuts players off. And then he's going to get a beautiful click, what I like to just call like kind of a clicks peek. Or it's like a very protected right-hand peek. He even chokes and the opponent's kind of so lost, not even realizing that he's lost the wall. And so look, the opponent's trying to destroy the wall, and Reet just again times it perfectly, creates this nice open edit. He's decently protected. He's one box away. The opponent can't just run out at him. And the opponent, this is one of the worst situations to be. When you have a cone in your box and the wall is edited like this, this is why this move is so good in trios. You'll have a lot of trios pre-edit, spray a box, and while one trio mate holds the pre-edit, most people will just end up holding their wall or trying to hold a wall because it's really hard visually to see when it's edited like that. So it's a fantastic element you need to incorporate into your gameplay. Even in solos, as you can see, it's very effective right here. Now, like I said, a lot of the people that run, I literally don't know if he like queued in an hour and a half late or something, because I mean, geez, that's an absolute gift. Some guy just runs up to him with a card, doesn't even know how to get out. And we're going to see some good piece control on display. Gets a great finish right here. Now, I believe he's going to get a kind of a sticky situation where he's fighting two individual people. Right here, sets up on a right-hand peek and doesn't really want to... He's fighting Spaz, so I feel like that's why he's a little bit more cautious. Good reload management. Now, it's a little 30 tag, so he tries to get minis off. Now, being unprotected, and he hits a nice shot. That opponent was actually incredibly weak. And this is kind of scary what you want to see. A little chip damage right there. And so he decides to back off here. I like this decision. He backs off and he pads away, right? You can even he's dropping 30 bombs, but he's still making smart decisions. Like, this is a minor thing. And it's like comfortability, but it's like, do you really want to fight Spaz when you have a blue pump? And you're sitting at 100-ish HP, maybe that opponent disengaged as well, but it's like, why not regroup, go fight, and then go get, you know, another elimination. You see this guy, it's a nice little head dink, 14, with him being on the chili, he gets good attempts at cutting off, high walls, Reet signature, spraying through with a P90, some actual rare bad aim, and the opponent actually steals it. And right there again, that same exact move, which is going to net him the cutoff that gets him that elimination. Same exact thing as previously. Doing this is one of the best things you can do in build fights. If you are doing this constantly in build fights, you're going to be winning a ton of them. Great piece control players always do this. Recognize immediately. Crosshair placement just above the front of the wall, and I'm coning off where my opponent's going. So what that opponent tries to go that way. I don't even know if Reet has that medal. I'm assuming he does. No, the opponent gets completely cut off, and instead the opponent's he's literally so surprised that he got coned off. Then Reet just piece controls him, puts a cone down, and just easily finishes the fight. And it all starts from knowing that technique to place that cone there. Now this is an unfortunate situation for this poor click skin. He gets cracked, and then Reet just comes in, finishes him up. The opponent's weak. And so he gets a free 2 eliminations. We had a feeling with the amount of movement. Now his controller died. I don't know what this... This guy is literally horrible. He starts throwing... And then again, you see the cones. The same thing that I've talked about. Nice Metro Classic, or it looked like a Metro Classic. Maybe the ramp broke, I don't know. Blocks him off. Look at this piece control. Like, made the guy look incredibly lost, but one thing I do want to talk about, it's minor, but this is a mistake I make consistently. It is 50-50 in the piece control. What do I mean? He doesn't 50-50 the piece control here. This is piece control. Okay? He stops and doesn't go into the box because he only has like like an 18-ish crack or some little minimal crack of shotgun. He stays up. And then the opponent is just kind of just sitting there lost, right? Piece controlled, he's editing him up and down. And then once he gets the kill, then he drops in, right? He doesn't go in there and 50-50, worse, risk missing a shot. He stays up, right? In case the opponent makes a good play, a good counter, whatever, he can back off, get his heals. But just something, just like a minor thing. It's just what I like to say, like, it's sometimes bad to follow your piece control. Because you can get bailed out, pumped, you can hit for a lot, miss a shot, exactly. If you stay up, stay at least one layer behind, you're going to be protected.
Have you got your chat?
So 19 kills, and now you're going to see some, well, I like to kind of, same thing, good attempt again there with the same thing with that cone. Look at this edit. I'm telling you, this edit, if you master this edit, and it is really difficult on a controller to do, it takes a lot of stick control, and obviously Reet being a piece control goat, but this is again a very, like, I feel like high pain, crucial type of edit. You play safe, one box away, creates a wide edit. The opponent has almost no, like, what is he going to do? He's underneath his own stair. The only thing he can do is either take the 50-50, like, bloom shot battle, or he tries to edit out, and it's just not going to happen. So that edit being a fantastic one to add into your bag of tricks, add into your repertoire, try and master that, especially one box away. Clicks peak, incredible. I like to call it clicks peak. Now you're going to see why right here Exalted is like, oh, this guy uses Cronus Zen.
Oh my team, what the fuck?
Guy gets aim assisted every single bullet hits. Every single one.
God.
Now, my personal opinion, I think the reason why yes, this has a decent fire rate and does a ton of damage. If he doesn't have P90, I wouldn't recommend taking that particular weapon. I feel like having Gold Scar would be better. I honestly wouldn't even mind taking Gold Scar over P90 if you want to. And look at the same thing right there again, just 200 to 0. Now, this gun is absolutely nasty. The Sloan's Augs are good in general, in my opinion. I really love the sick amount of damage, but the fire rate and extra damage makes it's a mythic, obviously. So even if you I'm not a big particular fan of the P90. I would probably just prefer the Scars because I feel like when I get AR versus P90 in an up close situation, AR always just feels like wins for the most part. But 22 eliminations right here. Nice little chip damage. 70 plus right there. See good mechanics on display. Now this is, again, just a fantastic example of Reet understanding piece control. He gets the wall. So more than likely, this opponent has two choices, right? And so what I feel like a lot of players both the time will block this off if you're going to do what's called preemptive or pre-boxing. But a lot of the time you really want to try and box low. Most people, especially if they can, now if they're on a layer where they can't drop, obviously they're going to go left or right or even back this way. If they go back this way, they're going to take a lot of damage. But Reet, what makes Reet, so he sees him drop immediately. So Reet just follows. Look at this. He cuts him off. Right here. Full boxes and just absolutely bullies that kid. And that's just a good example of recognition, piece control. That opponent's going down. Okay, I'm going to build whatever I can below me. And we don't know, if in Reet's brain he's like, oh, he's like, before he's like already committed to heading down, or Reet's reaction is just that good to where he's like, oh, I see him going down, I'm just going to go free box here. Good reload management again before pushing this box. Now, opponent, no piece control, so why not throw a cone in there? Same thing, he cuts the opponent off with this move. Learn this move. It is going to benefit you so much. It's such a simple thing, but it's really good. Right here, gets the wall, misses, tries to pre-box, and then someone else comes through and he creates a lot of space. Now this could have been a little bit dangerous because his back here is unopened, which I didn't think he realized. But fortunately, nothing happens to him. He gets a little chip damage on the guy third party him. Right hand peek, hits a nasty 156 pump. It gets a refresh. 24 eliminations. Really, really, really good aim. The opponent gets in a super scuff situation. 25 eliminations. Now he's got a gold spaz. He has probably the most insane loadout, a mythic gold spaz, gold P90. Sitting here on a very wide right-hand peak, trying to spray through. And he decommits, maybe fighting another person, it seems like. Trying to cut off a specific angle. Doesn't end up working. Doesn't even care about height. Gets it right here, but doesn't fall in wildly. He sees that third party is there. Right-hand peek, gets it. His opponent's editing the cone back and forth.
Bro, stop fucking resetting that shit.
Good P90 spray, and again, that's why I said it's good if you're carrying that Sloan's Burst to have a P90. A huge fry right here. And you get a lot of bleed through damage with P90. Opponent not looking the best. 26 eliminations. Sees the opponent down in here low, cracks it for 100. But he's sitting on backside of Storm, so obviously with that many eliminations, fortunately for him, a lot of trees to kind of protect him. He goes to front side. Now, look, this is just such a little thing, but it's so important. He gets in here cracked. So what does he do? He literally gets kind of behind the porta potty, making it more difficult to see. The opponent just smashes the porta potty with his pump. That's unfortunate for that guy. That's part of it. And he gets a Storm elimination. And another aim assist elimination. And when you've been frying kids the entire game, you're literally confident even to take the Bloom 50-50 on the verge of a 30 bomb in a tournament. You know what I'm saying? That's also confidence. This is also really good. This is a nice right-hand peek. The opponent looks at ramp, and then he sits here at right-hand peek. You have the burst, you have that extra aim in. Zone comes back toward him, and what? He creates a nice little box and 2 layers of protection in case he gets sprayed out. Why risk anything? Get a nice big. We're going to see, again, the kind of the aim assist classic, the exalted Cronus Zen cheating allegations, whatever you want to say. This gun is a mythic, though. You could say what you want, and it's not like... There you go, 339s. Now he attempts to hit a clip here, which again, when you're feeling yourself, when you just hit that 30 bomb, tree kind of ruins it though. Honestly. Trying to go up here, fantastic. I believe he's going to do the same move again. Mechanics on display. Cones him off right here. The opponent kind of gets stuck in the cone. Cracks him for 79. Now with 3 builds decides to pad off.
Let's fucking go, guys.
The opponent falls off and dies to his death. Now, recommend if you're vibing that much, play it just a little bit more intelligent. You're probably not that confident just to burn all their mats. Play a little bit safe and smart on that last kill. Could have definitely gotten a whole lot worse, but the opponent also runs out of mats. They're going to do a build fight in 1v1 moving zones. Reet ends up winning. Just a lot of takeaways. One, yes, beside the piece control, yes, he's fighting probably not the best amount of players. I truly don't know. Just some of the players just looked absolutely awful, or it's just the Reet effect that he makes everyone just look a million times worse than they actually are. We saw just a unique loadout again with Sloan's, and then just using that P90. I think if you have Sloan's, you need a P90, you need a sub to complement it to create a lot of wall pressure, especially on high ping. We saw a lot of good clicks peaks. Again, something you need to get in your repertoire. Editing basically 6 tiles or editing 7 tiles from 1 box away. We obviously saw that, what I like to call just kind of just that cone. And then we saw the preemptive piece control of pre-boxing. If you get a lot of, especially if you put a ramp in someone's own box, you can force them to either move down, or you can to the right and pre-box. And we saw him do that. When he sprayed, the opponent hit his back, he got 20 damage. Opponent ended down, he cut him off. And just again, Reet's aim, obviously very, very good, but confidence, you see it on display. He's just kind of the complete, one, confidence with fantastic aim and just good either reaction or just awareness to just know where enemies are going to go, cut them off with cones, and allows him to finish fights so quickly. And that's why he's able to drop 30 bombs in a season when there is a ton of mobility. So that's why I'm not surprised that Reet's dropping 30 plus kills in solo cash cups. Well guys, that is going to do it for today's VOD review. I hope that you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. And I hope I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.